Hey guys, ever have a hose that was leaking water around where you'd screw it on? In my case, it's coming out right along here, which you can't put a washer or anything in. It's just where it's been crimped around the hose, and it's starting to spray water out of here and a little bit right here where it's starting to crack. This hose is probably 15 years old. It's actually still in decent shape. It's not like dry rotted. So I figured, you know what? Let me give it a shot, just cut the end off and put a new end on. So you have a couple different options. One, this is the one I got. You cut this off, you put this end in, and first you slide this on the hose, put this end in, and then you put in 2 screws, and that crimps the hose around the exterior of this nipple. There's some other cheaper options or inexpensive options. Same as this, same piece, it's metal, but instead of using this right here, which is a little bit more bulky and probably sturdy, they just have a metal crimp ring that you put around here. Another option is you can go with a plastic part that crimps around the edge, and it's usually $1 or $2 compared to like $7 for this. So if you're just trying to get an extra season or 2 out of a hose, it's not going to last much longer, go ahead, go with the plastic piece. The only problem with plastic is that, one, if you drop it, hit it real hard, it will likely crack. And if you're careless with threading on the actual hose or you over tighten it, you can easily strip the plastic threads while the metal will hold up better, and you'll get more longevity out of it. However, you're only getting a season or 2, don't spend the money. And also, depending on how long the hose and how much you spent for it, it might not be worth spending $7-8 with tax on one of these if the hose only costs you $10 and it's pretty short. So without further ado, you have a couple options to cut the end off. You can use some pruners for your plants, sharp utility knife. In my case, I can use the pruners. You're just gonna put it right here below. Make sure if there's any cracks or anything in the hose, cut below that. Get a fairly good cut on it. See that? And then you're just gonna slip this nipple so as it turns out, this more expensive clamp doesn't actually fit around the hose when the nipple's in there. You can see that regardless of where I put it, there's a substantial difference in the gap right there, where I'm not going to be able to drive a screw and clamp it down. I can, however, on just the hose, squeeze it and clamp it down. But that's not going to do me no good because it's not getting around the coupling or the nipple. So they had a cheaper version which came with this same metal piece but with one of these clamps. I just happen to have a clamp in the garage. I'm just going to undo this since I already put this around, or put the nipple on. I'm going to slip this over. And you're just going to push this back into here and tighten it down. Now I got this tightened down nice and good around here, and you're back in business. So, I don't know, guess what I learned from this is this clamp, while it's more sturdy and probably hold up better over time, a nice stainless steel clamp is probably going to be more universal because you're going to have the ability to get it around different diameters and thicknesses of hose. In my particular case, maybe the outside wall of this hose was thicker than this could accommodate. But most commercial grade hoses I've seen about this thickness, so this is maybe designed for a more residential hose, which is thinner, maybe like one of those green ones you get for 10 bucks, 15 bucks. But maybe you're spending $8 on one of these, $7-8 on one of these. I just buy a new green hose, residential hose. So what I learned, go with the metal nipple, but just get a stainless steel clamp. It comes with a kit at Home Depot, for example, or Lowe's. But rather than returning it and trying to get a new one, I'm just gonna keep this and just put on the stainless steel clamp because I had one. Alright guys, I hope this is helpful. This is how to repair the hose, the end of a hose that you would screw into like your sprinkler, for example. You could also do the other side of the hose. So just keep that in mind next time you're about to throw out a hose. And if you happen to get a cut or a kink or something that damages the actual hose, you can also cut the hose, cut out that bad portion, and then they sell an adapter with a double-sided nipple that you slip in each side of the hose, and you put these clamps or these clamps, but probably these will be easier, put down around each side of the clamp. So that can repair a midsection, or you could stitch two hoses together to make one long one. Don't really need to do that, you can just screw them together, but that is an option. And finally, here's a little action shot showing you the results. On the right hand side you can see the hose, which was repaired with the clamp around it. Before that was spraying water out considerably. Now it is pretty much, from what I can tell, leak free. So thumbs up. Hope this is helpful to someone out there. Have a good one. Thanks. Bye.